frontier movement, Liam Jarrett, on the road. Oftentimes, you may see me recording on the road because I have a hard time sitting down and speaking into a camera while I'm at home or in my office, which is at home. Now, so I apologize for this not being in a freaking studio. Moving on. The full moon eclipse, blood moon in Scorpio, commencing towards in the third decade of Scorpio. So this is, right now I'm talking to you on the 12th of May, Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday the 13th, another omen. Saturday into Sunday is when this will climax, but I would say the energies leading up to it will be felt beforehand, and then it'll be a longer lasting energy because it's an eclipse. So it's a super new moon when the sun and the moon come together. If you're new to my channel and you don't believe in astrology, does the sun have an effect on us? Does the moon have an effect on us? How about without the sun we wouldn't have life? And it's associated with light, which is illumination, and spirit, fire, that which animates us, the soul, associated with water, and therefore the moon. We're made up of a lot of water, and the moon is associated with our emotions, which is why we saw a test that this Asian doctor did, where he played certain music during the freezing of water and looked at it under a microscope and could see the geometric patterns differed in their layout and their makeup and their look. And when something was emotionally charged, sigils and shit, they have a more balanced, harmonious, pleasing to the eye pattern. It was like the flower of life pattern too. The hexagon or the sexagram, because a 60-degree angle is a sextile, is ruled by Venus. It's fruitive. So during an eclipse, the sun and the moon come together. The sun, the male element, impregnates the moon. So if you, and with every beginning there's an ending. Every ending there's a beginning. This is, the moon will be on our south node, which is the tail of the dragon, what we shit out, what we need to cut off. A blood moon, Scorpio, is a vampiric type energy. What energies in our life have been sucking our energy? This could be toxic attachments, relationships. With the eclipsing of the moon, this is a cutting out. Scorpio, this is a deep scalpel where we get to, it's not even a scrape, it's a cut. Sometimes a Scorpio, it's the surgeon, it's the toxin, the poison, but can also be the antidote, which is why Hades, Pluto, was able to heal Zeus. But often they can't heal themselves. But this is a time where we have to be our own surgeon and to go in deep into our soul and the things that are keeping it from becoming whole, because we're trying to fill it with something, an attachment, and that usually comes from a fear. Am I going to be able to operate without that? It could be eating, bad habits, attachments. They're keeping us in under a rock like a scorpion, in the muck, the snake. But to every phenomena, there's the opposite. So this is just the energy. This is the axis, the pole of life, Taurus, death, Scorpio. So now we have an eclipse, an emphasis, a death to a death. Have you been trying to die to an unhealthy attachment? And you've been making some efforts. Right now, the cosmic current is such that that final stroke to the cutting of the head off of the snake can happen now, and then it loses its grip, and its fangs are now plucked out and used as a tool to cut away a life more in tune with our authentic self and our soul's purpose. Woo! I feel the spirit. I'm a Scorpio sun. I know that Scorpio toxic life, getting toxic relationships, being toxic myself, being addicted to toxins. Scorpio has that grip. It's a fixed energy water, not easy to change. But when it does, it's powerful as shit. And that's why we have the metamorphosis of the Scorpio into the eagle. Why? Because it's in the air quadrant of our four seasons. And then the phoenix, who rises from the ashes. Where we get the fire element, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, a water sign. The only element we're missing there is Earth, the opposite sign of Taurus. So we want to really ground and tap into the energy of the sun. In our seasons, we pay attention to the axes always. So in the age of Pisces, of the fish, its opposite sign is Virgo, the house of bread. The miracle of the fish and the bread is pointing to the axis of Pisces and Virgo, which is the last 2,000 odd years of our procession of equinoxes, where our Earth is lined up with the sun, pointed to the constellation Pisces, which means whenever the sun is in its season, so right now the sun's in Taurus, the full moon is always on opposite, because that's what makes a full moon, is when there's the perfect opposition of the sun and the moon. This is when they're further separated from each other, and ironically, when they have their chance to shine. There's something about it coming together and they're separating. They're breathing in and breathing out. So it's best to ride those currents, because that's just the laws. So what do we want to dead? What is deading us that we need to dead? We do the deading so that we're not deaded. It's like, do the drug, don't let the drug do you. It's like me having a panic attack after eating acid in like high school. The older like senior says to me, he's like, do the drug, don't let the drug do you. Oh, what are some good Scorpio things to do? Take a bath instead of a shower. Listen to some emo shit. Cry. Wear black mascara. Dive into that energy. The moon would rather be in Taurus, where the sun is, exalted. The horns of the bull and the moon. So, while the moon's in its opposite sign of Scorpio, it is the opposite of exalted. It is in its detriment. That means the emotional mind doesn't do so well in the section of Scorpio. Why? Because it's already a down energy. It's in the middle of fall, where the sun is falling. And so it has that falling energy. And the moon is magnetic energy, a feminine energy, water. So that's it can be very heavy and depressing. Ask a Scorpio moon. They've probably gone through some dark shit. This is also about stuff in the dark being exposed. On the world stage, expect to see, this is sexual, Scorpio sex. This is, and regeneration. This is, sex abuse scandals coming to the public eye. Get your blue Gatorade, let's do a blessing. We give thanks for this holy water washes away all unhealthy guilt and shame. Strengthen us and make us whole, that we might light this motherfucking world on fire. The goddamn Phoenix. So mote it be. Alright, guys. Best of luck to you on this fucking intense as shit. It's squaring Saturn. Serious. And Aquarius, let's get serious about what we're giving to the society at whole. Let's get serious about humanitarianism, and that's gonna take what? Courage! The opposite of Aquarius, fucking Leo. So let us be brave of soul, and let us be pure in spirit and heart. So mote it be.